Life is hectic.
Some days are just a blur.
We're Jay and Laura LaFoon, and we help busy couples stay married for life.
Welcome to the Married for Life podcast.
We are super excited to be with you today. We're talking about something that is near and dear to our heart because this podcast is not the only thing that we do for marriages.
Yeah, some of you who may have just found us on Apple or iTunes or wherever you've just found us and you don't know who these people, Jay and Laura LaFoon, are, but dang, they're funny. We, 24 years ago, we started a ministry called Celebrate Your Marriage, and it has evolved into many other events and opportunities over the years, but Celebrate Your Marriage has been our mantra, so to speak. And that is what we're going to talk about today, is about celebrating your marriage, and that marriage is designed to be celebrated. And we want to talk about the benefits of celebrating your marriage.
And we want to encourage you to join us at some point at one of our Celebrate Your Marriage conferences, which take place every May and October, and right here in Michigan at a wonderful place called Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island.
Yes, and that's called Celebrate Your Marriage Conference, but we also do ultimate date nights across the country. And so if you're listening on the other side of the country, like in California or Oregon or wherever, we do come to that part of the country. And so that would be a good way for you to connect with us on ultimate date nights. But
in fact, this summer, we're going to be sailing out of Seattle.
Oh, that's right. On our Celebrate Your Marriage at Sea cruise.
Pardon me.
So we are all about celebrating your marriage. Jay and I came into this marriage thinking, man, this is fun. We want to make it fun. We want to encourage people to have fun in your marriage. Yes, marriage is hard. Marriage is hard work. But if we can have the thought that marriage is also something to be celebrated, then it makes those difficult times a little less difficult.
Well, and one of the reasons, no matter where you are in the country, that you want to join us at our Grand Hotel Celebrate Your Marriage event is because it's a place like no other. First of all, it's on an island in the middle of Lake Huron. You have to get there by ferry. There are no cars on the island, so everything is horse-drawn carriage, bicycles, walking. It's just super, super romantic. The downtown is a throwback to the 1800s. All the buildings are in that style. And then the hotel. This is not just a hotel. This hotel's front porch is over 2 football fields long, lined with rocking chairs, overlooking the Straits of Mackinac, which is where Lake Huron and Lake Michigan come together. It is, gentlemen, it's one of the most romantic places you could take your wife on the planet. 400 rooms in the hotel. Every room is decorated differently. Again,
it is. It's really cool. It's fun to walk around when they're cleaning the rooms and look at you. That's when you peek in and look at all the different rooms,
different
and see
styles,
how different everything is.
It's amazing. So you're in a unique room. It's fantastic, gentlemen. It is one of the most romantic places you could take your wife. And fellas, there's something in it for you.
You can't guarantee that.
I can't guarantee that, but I can guarantee you will enjoy the Grand Luncheon Buffet.
Oh, that's true. You will.
The Grand Luncheon Buffet. It's about half the front porch long. It's
Grand
fantastic.
Hotel is not a hotel. It is an experience.
It is.
And Celebrate Your Marriage Conference at Grand Hotel is an experience that we would love to see all of you there. But today we want to really talk about celebrating your marriage. Not necessarily the conference, but celebrate your marriage.
Yes, and the benefits of doing that.
But first, we have a shout out from a listener.
Will writes, I'm truly enjoying your podcast. Regarding this week's podcast, I choose to up time to actively listen to my wife regarding her work because it helps her release her frustrations and concerns. I choose to drive because she hates to drive and it keeps her happy and calm. I choose to drive because I would not be happy.
Keeps him happy and calm.
Right. I choose to go grocery shopping with her on the weekends and to her doctor's appointments on my day off because I can spend time with her. These are just a few of the ways I choose to give up to win in my marriage and honor God. Wow, well, that's fantastic. That sounds like...
So that's really a good example of how to celebrate your marriage. Sometimes we have to sacrifice the things that we want to do for the good of our marriage and helping celebrate
That's right.
what God has given us. That's really great. Will, thanks for sending that out and that shout out. We really appreciate it. And we're glad that you are seeing some benefits to spending some time with your wife and helping her and your marriage. That's great. So today we want to talk about benefits to celebrating your marriage. But let's start with, what does it really mean to celebrate?
What does it mean to celebrate?
Is it just a big party?
No, it's to joyfully commemorate.
Oh, that's right. We have a pillow that says that upstairs, don't we?
Well, actually, it's a pillow that your sister made
that
for
my
us.
sister made for us.
And, that was a really thoughtful and kind gift. And it says that the word celebrate means to joyfully commemorate. And I think every time we have any kind of celebration, whether it's a birthday celebration, a celebration of Christmas or Easter, we are joyfully commemorating.
Yes, just recently we celebrated Jay's mother's 80th birthday.
Woohoo!
We celebrate birthdays a lot around here. We love to celebrate birthdays. Birthdays are a big thing for our family. And so we asked her, so this was her 80th, so we really wanted to joyfully commemorate that. So we asked her, what is it you want us to cook for we went out.
Do you want to go out to eat?
Yeah.
No, I want something else.
So she wanted a hamburger with lettuce, tomato, cheese, bacon on an onion bun, and she wanted French fries and coleslaw.
So when an 80-year-old says, I want a hamburger or a cheeseburger, you give that 80-year-old what she wants.
And because of our schedule, we kind of came flying in off the road the night before, and the next day we were going to cook lunch for her, this hamburger, French fries, and coleslaw. And I thought, you know what? We need to celebrate this 80-year-old birthday. So we pulled out the fine china, which we never use. So we had hamburgers, coleslaw, and French fries on fine china. And it was fun. I was trying to use all my good stuff. I put the lettuce and tomato on a good platter, not a paper plate like I would have. And we pulled out my mother's antique wine water glasses and... it was just really fun. It was joyfully commemorating. So as you think about that in your marriage, joyfully commemorating your marriage every day, sometimes special days, however. So that's why we were talking about celebrating your marriage and the four benefits to doing that. And the first one is it builds anticipation.
Yes. Whether you're having a celebratory dinner or a celebratory getaway, when you plan something, that planning gives you a sense of anticipation. Hollywood would make you believe that spontaneity is all the rage when it comes to romance. We don't believe that. Yes, there are some times where spontaneity can be great. It can be a lot of fun. But think about the things that you really look forward to in your life, like your birthday, like Christmas, like vacation. All of those things you look forward to because you're building anticipation. And that anticipation can be a great motivator to do and have fun with your spouse and really connect with your spouse.
And even just going out for lunch, saying, you know what, tomorrow we're going to go out for lunch. We're going to take our lunch hour and we're going to meet here, there for lunch, builds anticipation. It's another small way that you celebrate your marriage together, spending time together, and knowing that, hey, we're going to go here tomorrow for lunch. It's going to build anticipation as you go through your day.
It does. The other thing that it builds is it builds your spouse. Okay, this isn't a benefit, but this idea of building into your spouse, it really is important that your spouse know you want to celebrate with them. You want to take time to go out for a meal, take time to go out on a date, take time to get away to a conference, so that really shows them they are valued and that they are important. So the first benefit is it builds anticipation.
The second benefit is that it breaks routine.
Yay!
Breaks routine.
Oh
I mean, that's why we love vacations so much, is because it breaks the routine of day in, day out. You get up at this time, you get dressed, you go to work, you come home, you cook, that routine. And that's why that's why vacations are so much fun, because it breaks that routine. And so being spontaneous too, as we were just talking about, going to lunch, going out for dinner, going for a walk, whatever it might be that you're going to do together, breaks up the routine of the day in, day out routine that you've created.
And of course, if you're getting away, whether it's for dinner or a date night or a weekend conference, it is fun to maybe surprise your spouse. It's not spontaneity; it's a surprise, but it is kind of spontaneous. But we have many people that come to our Grand Hotel event where he took the time to take care of getting a babysitter for the kids for the weekend. He took the time to pack clothes for her for the weekend without her knowing it. He got it all in the car and basically wakes up on the morning and says, get in the car, we're going someplace, and just starts driving north. And let me tell you what.
The fear in a mother's heart is like, oh my word, what's happening to my children?
Right. But once she gets there,
oh yeah,
oh my goodness, it's you can tell that it's going to be a special weekend for them.
But I think routine is something in our marriages that we get into this routine, we get into ruts, maybe we should call it ruts, where we forget that this person that God has given us is someone to be celebrated. And so getting out of our rut, breaking that routine, and again, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It can just be something as simple as going for a walk instead of sitting in front of the TV, or let's go walk around Menards or Home Depot or whatever it is and dream about what we want to do in our house. But again, that little way of celebrating breaks up that routine.
Well, we're going to take a break. And when we come back from the break, we're going to give our third and fourth reasons, or the third and fourth benefits. And number 3 is of particular.
So you know what it has to do with.
Hi, everyone. This is Paul Thomas, Director of Live Events here at Celebrate Ministries. We host a number of conferences throughout the year. Jay and Laura talked about that earlier in the podcast. And those conferences give you and your spouse a chance to get away, have an adventure, slow life down, and enjoy your relationships. Celebrate Your Marriage at Grand Hotel will take place on May 19th through the 20th. Now, prices go up for this conference on April the 19th, and we can't guarantee a room at Grand Hotel after April the 18th, but there still is time if you want to join us on Mackinac Island this May. We also host a Celebrate Your Marriage conference at Grand Hotel in October. And this year, we will welcome special guests, Acts of Renewal, on October 6th and 7th. And our VIP experience on October 7th and 8th will feature Dr. David and Terry Sumlin of Marriage Life Ministries. We are hosting 2 opportunities to celebrate your marriage at sea this year as well. In July, we are sailing to Alaska, while in January 2020, we will cruise the Western Caribbean. You can find out more information about all of these opportunities by visiting jayandlaura.com. Finally, our newest event is specifically for mothers and daughters, and it's called Memories on Mackinac. Memories on Mackinac takes place on June 23rd and 24th at Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island, and it's an event for mothers and daughters of all ages to celebrate their unique relationship and bond. Laura LaFoon will welcome guest comedian Leanne Morgan to this year's event, which includes a porch reception, a 5-course dinner, and the opportunity to make memories that will last a lifetime. If you want more information about this event, please visit memoriesonmackinac.com. Now, let's get back to Jay and Laura LaFoon.
Well, we're back talking about the benefits of celebrating your marriage. And then we've already talked about the benefit of it builds anticipation. It breaks your routine. And now we're going to move on to the third benefit, which is Jay's favorite. And what is it, honey?
Hotel sex. Can't say it any simpler. Hotel sex.
That's if you go away to a hotel.
Right. Well, no, yeah, that's... Or you can dream about being in a hotel if you just go out for dinner. But yeah, no, seriously, by getting away and getting ahead. And honestly, we're laughing. Laura's laughing, and I'm kind of making a joke of it. But if you read the Song of Solomon, okay, one of the most steamy romance novels of all time is in the Bible. So regardless of how you were brought up, God wants you to have great sex. Okay, let me just repeat that. Regardless of how you were brought up, God wants you and your spouse to have great sex. And if you don't believe me, you need to read the Song of Solomon. It's romance. In fact, in Song of Solomon 7, I believe 7.
Chapter 7, verse 11.
7, verse 11 says this. Come, my beloved, let us go to the countryside. Let us spend the night in the villages. Now, the interesting thing about this is the woman talking, okay? So, ladies, every once in a while, for you to initiate something fun like that is amazing to your husband, and will blow his mind, and will make him love you even more for thinking about that. But this is all about hotel sex. Come, my beloved, let us go to the countryside. So they're getting away, they're going somewhere else, and let us spend the night in the villages. So they're going to be in a village, at an inn, back then a inn was the hotel, and so yes, God understands the fun and the importance of hotel sex. It's right here in the Bible. Okay, so blow your husband's mind, ladies, and rent a room someplace or come to a conference and knock his socks off.
There you go. So we've got.
Wait, no, I'd like your take on all of this.
I'm good. That's what I like going on vacation for. So we got the benefits of celebrating your marriage. It breaks routine. It builds anticipation. You have hotel sex. Is that the benefit of it? Okay. And last but certainly not least, the fourth benefit is that it's celebrating your marriage strengthens the health of your marriage. And that is so important. We are such a society of health nuts. I think we got to join this gym. We've got to do this exercise program. We've got to do this diet program. And I mean, if you're on any kind of social media, you see it everywhere. People at gyms, people eating this diet plan, people eating that diet plan. But how many things do you see on social media about strengthening your marriage?
Not enough.
About the health of your marriage. And it really is important. We are huge on getting away and getting ahead. And again, it doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. Getting away can just be breaking up that routine of saying, instead of sitting down and watching a TV show, we're going to go out and enjoy this beautiful weather and take a walk. Or it could be that, you know what, next month we are going to get away for overnight and we're going to go away to Chicago or New York or LA or whatever's close by you, you know, some cute little town maybe instead of a big city. But you're going to get away and you're going to get ahead because it is going to strengthen the health of your marriage. When you break up that routine, you get out of that rut, you look forward to it, you have hotel sex, and it strengthens the health of your marriage.
So enthused about it. Oh my goodness.
I just did that for you, just for you, dear.
Well, and the truth of the matter is this, is that when you do these things for your marriage, it not only is healthy for your marriage, it's healthy for you. A marriage that is, you're never going to have a stress-free marriage, okay? It's just not going to happen.
Doesn't happen.
But you can reduce the stress in your marriage by getting away and getting ahead. And when you do that, you reduce the stress on yourself. And so you are healthier. You're going to sleep better. You're going to engage in positive, not negative habits. And you're actually going to build your own immune system. Study after study shows us that people in healthy marriages live longer. And another thing is that, you know, we want to be healthy. We want to exercise. We do all this. We eat right. But it is known that women who put on a few more pounds live a lot longer than the men who point it out.
Exactly. Amen. So, hey, we want to encourage you today to celebrate your marriage. It builds anticipation. It breaks the routine. You get to have hotel sex if you're going to a hotel, and it strengthens the health of your marriage. And if you are listening to our podcast and you are enjoying it, we would just like to ask you to rate us and rank us on whatever platform you're on, whether it's iTunes or whatever cloud something. See, we don't even know what they're called. We just know it's out there. But if you would rate us and rank us, we would greatly appreciate it. Share us with your friends. When you see this on your Facebook or Instagram, click that share button and just share it with the friends that you have on social media. We would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, we're helping you stay happily married for life.